morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Today is the day, if you watched my previous video, today is the day that I'm going to be going out to do the makeover on the two homeless ladies. It's now sort of just after 9. I've just sent Paul out to go and collect a bag of clothes that somebody has kindly donated for one of the ladies' children, 14-year-old boy. So yeah, he's gone out to do that. My sister Maggie has just arrived. Say hi, Maggie.
Hi. Hi.
So Maggie's actually going to be doing the filming for me today. These are the bags that look fantastic. Gifted. Yeah, that is it. We're just, like I said, just waiting on for Paul to get back, and then we're going to take a trip into town, so we'll see you in a bit.
Merry Christmas, we'll see you in a bit.
Station approach, which is that road there.
Right, thank you. Cheers.
Yourself a merry little Christmas night. And have yourself.
Train station.
No, it's not around Charlotte, yeah, obviously not, but I only know it's Charlotte.
Do you know where she?
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, we do a makeover on there. I asked her if she would want to do a makeover, and I also wanted to look at homeless lady. I don't know whether you would be interested in it.
Well, not right now, no, because I've got a few things to do. But, you know, I think she's back to family, I'm not sure.
Alright, I
Thank you.
appreciate
If I
that.
see her,
Are
then
there
I'll
any other homeless women around here that might benefit?
yeah, but not this one, this time.
Have you had anything to eat or anything today?
Well, I had a little drop earlier.
Right, there's some gloves here.
Yeah, thank you.
And some sanitary
Yeah,
pads
thank
as well.
you.
Bye-bye. Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Just as an update, we've been all around the train station trying to find Lottie and cannot find her anywhere. Spoken to a couple of other homeless people who both separately have told us that they've not seen her for about 3 days, which suggests that she may have gone home for Christmas, which is fantastic. What I've done is just left a message with one of the homeless lads just to say that, to let her know if he does see her, that I came looking for her. So, yeah, my mission continues, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going, and hopefully we'll find another two homeless ladies. We did actually see another girl. In fact, one of the two people that I just told you about, we asked her if she knew Lottie, and she said yes, that she did. And that obviously she hadn't seen her for about 3 days, so we just gave her a little package of some bits as well.
Yourself a merry little Christmas night.
One ladies here, it's for penny market.
Okay, are they homeless ladies?
Yes, this is
This one's homeless. Okay. Alright. Spoken to one of the ladies, and she's just recommended that we go to another lady that's a little bit further down, so we're going to go and check her out. Yeah, still haven't found any one piece. I still haven't found. Literally just gone and seen a refuse collector and asked him where he thought I might be able to find a homeless person. So he's just directed me down here to this underneath car park, and he's told me that there should be a lady that kind of sleeps in the corner somewhere. So let's do this. Let's do this. Terribly dark in here. gathering that that's where she lives. Don't see anyone. Don't see anyone. It's kind of hard to believe that somebody actually lives like this, but clearly they do. Yeah, one thing that I will say and that I forgot to mention is that it's quite wet. It has been quite wet here, so when I spoke to the refuse man, what he did say is that you tend not to see so many homeless when it's raining around here. So yeah, I'm going to do my best though. I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to give up just yet. So we've literally walked up and down the high street, we've gone in car parks, and yeah, there's nobody. Like, I don't know what to say really.
Well, there are people, but number one, they're busy. They're getting on with their lives. They're looking for the next fix.
Yeah.
Or they're selling. They are trying to make money, and they're doing what normal people do. So I think I'm really happy for the first homeless person.
Really happy for Lottie, because it appears that she's gone home. Because apparently she's not been on the streets for the last maybe 3 days.
Yeah.
Which suggests that she's possibly gone home.
And she's getting a warm bed. She's getting meals a day.
Yeah.
Then good on her. It's better than being here. It's really not a nice place to be at all.
So yeah, I so wanted a story, but I think what it's proved is that people are people, and I guess if you're going to help them, I think you've got to help them at the time that they need help.
They need help. That's what we take away from this.
Yeah, because everybody seems kind of okay.
Because life happens.
I know.
Because life happens and things change, and things have changed for them. They said they'd be here, and they were happy to have a makeover, but then the crux of the matter is they have to make money, which is what we all have to do.
Sure.
So we completely get it. We completely understand it. So we wish them all the best. And the moral of the story is if people need help, and you can help them,
help them.
Then help them at the time that they want to be helped, rather than at the time that we think that's ready and convenient for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you heading?
I'm just gonna walk back down to the railway station. I think is this where the railway station is? I don't even know. This is a car park actually. It's a car park, and just see if there's anybody here. I can't believe how hard it really is to find a homeless person. Do you think there might be anyone in that car park? I think so. Let's go have a little look. These bags are really heavy as well. This is really no joke. I just don't want to... I can't give up. I can't give up. I want to give somebody something for Christmas. I really, really, really do. Okay, so I'm still going to remain upbeat on this. I don't know, maybe it might be a case of having to return to this. I will be in contact with Lottie again, maybe early next year, just to see how she is, where she is, and yeah, if she's still up for it. So, I mean, today has been quite an insight. We've seen sort of where the homeless people live, how they live, and I think we've learnt that they're like us. A lot of them, I think, probably gone home maybe, or they found shelters for the Christmas period, which is fantastic. Yeah, I don't know, is there anything else?
Just need to stall. I think this is not a failure. This is something that we're going to learn from. And we've learned a lot already. We've learned that homeless people are like us, and that they're available when they're available, not when we're available. And that they have needs like ours. And I think that this is just an opportunity to sort of stall and really just reflect on their lives and the stories that they bring to the streets.
Yeah, because I think at this time of year I wouldn't ever necessarily have been thinking about homeless people, and it's really kind of stretched me, stretched my mind to think to include them. So yeah,
come back in the new year.
Yeah.
Find Lottie, do the makeover.
But then she might have found somewhere.
And if she has,
you have Lottie.
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant news, yeah.
But, you know, we'll look around for someone who is homeless.
Yeah.
We found out that's not a...
No, there's a lot of people on the streets, but they're not necessarily homeless.
They're selling the
selling the big issue.
They're trying to make money, a living like the rest of us are.
Yeah, so they're not necessarily homeless, so... I mean, my aim was obviously to try and find the homeless, and another thing is that a lot of them that we have found aren't women, they're men. A lot of the homeless have been men, so obviously I've not been able to do the makeover on the men.
Unless they want makeover. But also, it's the time of year when there's lots of opportunities for homeless people to go to soup kitchens.
Yes.
Put on a special soup kitchen. So they may even be there. So it probably isn't the best time to try and find someone just the day before Christmas Eve. Because there may be somewhere where there's an opportunity to have a 3-course meal, you know, and have a bath, clothes, that sort of thing. That's a choice that they would probably take.
Yeah, I would, definitely. Literally just walked back down the high street and I've come across a homeless girl. I asked her whether she would want me to give her a makeover, to which she said no, but I was able to hand her some essential bits, so some sanitary towels, wet wipes and that sort of thing. She's also sort of said that some homeless people should arrive back at the station maybe in 10 minutes or so. So we're just going to hang about, and see how things go. Yeah, something else that we realised was that with all what we were doing, I mean, we did approach a few homeless girls and give them bits and pieces, but what we did find is that we weren't the only ones that were there to help, that were offering teas and coffees and something to eat. But something that was quite bizarre, I think, is that when we offered, because obviously we've got the breakfast to offer, they were declined. Like, I don't know why. Don't really eat breakfast. I guess, I don't know.
What about lunch?
Yeah, don't really eat lunch.
No.
It's kind of...
What do you want? You know, it would be a really good question to ask. What is it that they need when they're sitting in that freezing cold?
Because obviously I know that makeup is kind of far-fetched, and so obviously food is a necessity. And even there, it was like, not hungry.
It's not on the agenda.
Yeah, so a lot of it was down to money.
Money was a big thing. Yeah, played a big part.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what makes the world go round. That's what, you know, opens doors for people. Maybe the lifestyle that they live, they actually need money to survive.
One of the young girls that we've just spoken to, we didn't put her on camera because she didn't seem too comfortable with giving us sort of any information. I think there's quite a lot maybe that she's gone through, and that she was she didn't really want even anything to eat. And so, yeah, I think it would have been quite hard for us to get any information from her. Yeah. And she didn't, it almost felt as though she really, she didn't trust us, and obviously rightfully so, especially if she's been through so much. And it just kind of made me think that, you know, being able to kind of get even the story from a homeless person could be quite difficult, unless they kind of knew us. I think the reason why Lottie had agreed to give us the story was possibly because she saw my vulnerability that night, and yeah, she felt that maybe she'd be able to relate to me, and that was probably why she was a bit more forthcoming at one vulnerable person to another. But obviously she wasn't available today, or whatever it is, that it's a whole different culture. You know, we would have gone in today shouting, you know, we've got breakfast, we've got clothes, we've got makeovers, and really, yeah, they didn't want that. They didn't want that.
What about breakfast?
Don't eat breakfast. You know, I just, yeah, I've learnt a lot. I really have learnt a lot today. So, yeah, now that I'm back home, I just wanted to just kind of, just sort of make a conclusion really about things that I've learnt about the homeless as a result of doing or attempting to do the makeover today. Yeah, part of me was quite down, to be fair, to think that, you know, that I'd kind of put quite a lot of time and effort into doing the makeover, but I'm not gonna feel disheartened about it, because I'm gonna attempt to make follow-up contact with Lottie and see if I can possibly rearrange a time that's going to be suitable for her, and just sort of check in. Maybe it is that she's moved on and that she's back at home, which is, you know, is fantastic, and that would be absolutely great for her. I'm hoping and praying that that is the case. But yeah, in conclusion then, it's obviously, I knew that life on the streets isn't easy, but I've sort of really entered that world to know that, you know, it's really not easy, and that, you know, you've obviously got to have gotten to a point in your life that you've just exhausted all other options, to the point that you've got to be reliant on people to kind of keep you surviving. Another point that I've learnt is that, you know, we're all kind of alike in that, especially at this sort of time, this sort of period, this Christmas period, there's just so much hustle and bustle, everybody's busy, got things to do, and no different are the homeless. You know, they've got an agenda, they've got things to do, whether it be selling the big issue, you know, yeah, so it was hard to try and pinpoint someone and kind of get them to engage in terms of, you know, just even accepting a cup of tea or something to eat. We found quite difficult. I don't know, and that kind of leads me to the next point, which would be that was that money is the main motivator. It didn't matter the fact that we were offering breakfast or hot drinks or beauty. Obviously that just kind of didn't feature, although there were a couple of girls that did say that you know, what they looked like did matter, but to the degree to go and have a makeover, wasn't really sure about that. I think their priorities mainly, from what I saw today, was money, just gaining money. It wasn't about even getting clothes or being given stuff, it was more about money. Yeah, and so, you know, hence there was a lady with the big issue, who we were trying to get to come away to come and do the makeover. Her main concern obviously was trying to sell her big issue. So yeah, and another thing that I learned actually is that not everyone who looks homeless is actually homeless. It may be, especially those that are selling the big issue, from what I found anyway, is that they weren't homeless. They actually had homes, that they had a rent to pay. So obviously they've got some sort of tenancy, they had rent to pay, but they were kind of selling the big issue in order to pay their rent and to make ends meet. So yeah, just kind of something that I learned today. Just trying to think if there's anything else. Is that if you come across a homeless person, do what you can in that moment rather than put it off. Do what you can in that moment, because things change, life happens. They may have found somewhere the next time you decide that you're gonna see them or do something for them. So if you've got the resources and the availability, you see a homeless person, do what you can there and then. Yeah, that's it really. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that it wasn't exactly the way that I had planned and anticipated it to go. However, I am gonna follow up, like I said, and who knows, there may well be another video. So yeah, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for watching and staying tuned, and have a fantabulous Christmas and a spectacular New Year. And I will see you in the new year. Take care and God bless. Bye bye.
Love yourself.